So I'm at a city park, and I finally got my first little signal. It was about a mid-70s. It's about 8 inches down. In this park, before they built it here in downtown city by the post office, there was 3 or 4 houses built in the early 1900s. So this is some kind of fancy, looks like a screw, but it might have been something for furniture or something like that, but I thought since it had some design on it, I would show it. I couldn't really say what the date was on this guy, but just thought it was something neat. So anyway, we'll get on to the next. So I'm out here at the city park still, and I just found this under an oak pecan tree. It was about 8 inches down or so. So I just wondered how long that's been in the ground. It looks like it's silver plated. I rubbed on it and some of it started coming off, so it is silver plated. It's not solid silver. But anyway, I'll get it cleaned up and look at it and put a date out there on it if I can find it. Anyway, looks good. On to the next find. Well, I finally found me an older coin. I was right out here by the road. I found about 20 coins that were modern quarters and pennies and nickels and dimes. But this one here is a Wheatie. It's a 1956, and it was under a root. I had to dig it out. But this old city park here, there used to be like 2 or 3 houses that were built like around 1900 that were tore down, and then they made a city park out here. So I think they brought in fill dirt when they were doing the park, and I think all the old stuff's going to be down real deep. But I found this on the edge of the road under a root by a tree, so maybe I'll get lucky and find something else. Anyway, we'll go on to the next. So I'm still out here at this park, and right up against this tree I found another Wheatie, and I'm hoping you guys can see it. I'm going to try to get it in the sun a little bit. This one I couldn't get the date on it, but it's another one, and it wasn't but about 3 foot from that other Wheatie I just found. So anyway, on to the next. If I get a date on it, I'll put it on the screen. So I was getting a banging 8083, and looks like somebody had a bad day. Probably several years ago, I found a set of keys on a keychain with a clip. So I thought that was interesting. I know I hate it when I lose my keys, but look like these have been lost for a few years. But I don't even know if it's worth my time to turn them in to the police. It's probably been in there so long. But anyway, we'll get on to the next stop. So it's getting a mid-60s, about 3 inches down, and I'm at the city park still, and I found a bullet. I don't know how old it is, but I thought that was kind of odd, but it may be an old one. I just really don't know. Try to get out in the sun so you can see it. I don't know if that's what caliber that is. Any of you guys that know a lot about guns, if you can tell what that is, just put a comment in the section. As far as the age, it's no telling. But anyway, it doesn't look like a 22. I don't know, maybe a 223 maybe. But anyway, anybody have any ideas, just leave a comment out there. Anyway, on to the next stop. So now I'm getting mid-60s, and I dug this up by this old tree. It's another bullet. I don't know what's going on with all these bullets up here at the park. Unless these were out here when the old houses were here. Maybe they were squirrel hunting in these old trees. But that's a 22 bullet. Not sure how old it is. It looks like it's pretty old, but it's not shot, so I'm going to have to be careful with it and get it home and dispose of it. But anyway, still trucking along here. Hopefully I'll get some more good stuff before I wrap the day up. But we'll go on to the next. So I was getting an 88, 90. I thought I had a quarter, but I don't know what this is. I thought it'd be a mystery item for the episode. It looked like it might have been off an old bag or purse. I think they used to clamp, kind of like a hinge or something. But it looks like it's pretty old, so anybody have an idea what this is, just leave me a comment. Thought it was interesting. But anyway, we'll get on to the next stop. Well, I mean to tell you what, it seems like every time right at dark, I'm out at this old school field and I find a weedy right when I'm heading back to the car. Couldn't see the back of it to save 1 cent, but the front was real good, and if you probably can see it, it's a 1950. So I think that's 3 Wheaties I found in the last couple of days. So I'm gonna head to the house. I mean, it is about dusk right now, so I was over at the city park most of the day, and I decided, well, with school lets out, I'm gonna come back over here at this old field and see what I can do. Maybe I'll find another silver quarter. But anyway, 1950 Wheaties, not too bad. So we'll get on to the next. So I'm out in the middle of this practice field and just got Wheatie number 4. You can see it a little bit there. Anyway, I looked at the date on it, and it's a little rough, but it's got 19. I can't make out the 3rd number, but the 4th number, it looks like a 4, so it's probably a 54 or a 44. But anyway, I'm excited to find that. I've been out in this field. I've been getting all kinds of memorial pennies and quarters and dimes. I'm pretty much not even digging the signals for the nickels because they're in the same range as all the trash. So anyway, we'll get on to the next. So it's getting a 88.90. It's the same signal I got when I got that silver 1944 quarter, and it was down about 10 or 12 inches, so I got all excited. But I got down there, and you see how deep the hole was. But this is what I found. I bent it out and shaped it back out a little bit. It was all crunched up, but I think this was probably from the 40s or 50s. It's a little, I think it's a play set for children. Probably was a cup or something, but it's probably just aluminum, I would say. But I didn't see any writing on it, but I'm gonna clean it up when I get to the house. If I see anything or can date it, I'll pass that information along. But I thought that was neat. That was a really old relic out here in this school field. This is right on the practice field where they practice football and band and everything. It's probably about on the 15-yard line. Anyway, I thought that was a nice little relic to show. Anyway, we'll get on to the next.